Welcome everyone to the Grow Trees podcast. Today we're celebrating International Red Panda Day, and I'm thrilled to introduce our very own field coordinator Basant Sharma on this podcast. Basant has an MSc in Ecology and Environment and has worked extensively with WWF India and USAID. He has also completed his research thesis on the red panda. So without further ado, let's delve into the secret lives of the elusive yet adorable red pandas. Hi Basant, thank you for joining us. We're so excited to have you here. Before we get into the secrets of the red panda, let's start with the first question that I have. What inspired you to study the red panda?
Thank you for having me here, Divya. So, yeah, I'm Basant, and I'm also thrilled to be here today as a guest on this podcast while we are ready to celebrate the International Red Panda Day on 21st of September. So, when I have to, say about myself, the first thing that comes in my mind is growing up in the stunning Eastern Himalayas landscape. So I was surrounded by abundant nature, which sparked, my passion for the environment from a very young age. So my early interest in nature likely led me to choose zoology as a major in my college study, and later specialize in ecology and environment at the master's level. So I started my professional journey as a field biologist and a conservationist. So where I have had the privilege of working with several credible organizations like WWF India, USAID, and Tetra Tech's Forest Plus program, where we contributed to the Red Plus initiatives in order to address the climate change scenario, especially in the Indian context. So earlier, in my WWF days, my research days, so my research was focused on the ecology of red panda and also the snow leopard in the high Himalayas. And I have had the opportunity to study these amazing creatures, mostly in the protected areas of Sikkim Himalayas. And today, yeah, I'm excited to share my experiences as we explore the fascinating natural world and the importance of conservation efforts for wildlife and their natural habitats. Yes, Divya.
Right. So I know that you spent a lot of time in the forests in Sikkim at very high altitudes just to sort of get a glimpse of the red panda. Could you please share some of your interesting experiences during your field study and your experience in the forest? Could you please share some of that experience?
So I must say that red panda is very elusive. So in like while searching for red panda signs in their natural habitat earlier, so we were struggling to find even a single trace. However, during one of our field surveys, that was in the Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary in Sikkim. So on our 11th day, we stumbled upon an old scat of red panda. So along with few scattered scats in that area. So until then, we had been searching for the evidence on the ground, on the trails that we were walking. But it suddenly struck to me to look up signs up in the trees, so which turned out to be a game changer for our team in terms of finding the evidence of its presence, of red panda's presence. We discovered a community latrine sort of things in on the top of the tree that day, and upon scanning the area, we found that almost every other tree had red panda scats evidence. Then we followed the trail of scats from old to relatively fresh and eventually to very fresh ones. So after spending about 40 days, on the 40th day in the jungle, we finally got a glimpse of this elusive animal in the wild. So I feel incredibly lucky to have had the privilege of sighting this adorable creature first in the wild during our project tenure. So that was truly surreal experience for me.
I can imagine. I can imagine just getting a glimpse of, creatures that you would not see without a lot of effort is quite something. During your research, I'm sure you must have studied them extensively. Could you share what a typical day looks like? What a typical day looks like for a red panda? We're curious to know that because I've heard many funny things about red pandas, and I would love to know more about their typical day.
Okay, okay. So when I have to say about a day of red panda, then red panda are excellent tree climber. So they spend most of their time in trees. So they use their flexible wrist and ankles to rotate their limbs. So they are crepuscular animal. By crepuscular I mean they are active during dawn and dusk. So other time they are mostly just lazing around in the trees, and they are a bamboo tribe. So red pandas feed on bamboo. More than 90% of their diet constitutes of bamboo, which make them like most specialized herbivores. Though they are supposed to be a carnivore, but they have adapted themselves to a herbivore diet. So that's also an interesting, fact about red panda. And they also have a presence of a unique thumb. So red pandas have a special thumb that acts like an index finger, helping them to grasp, especially that bamboo stalks. So, and yeah, they are endangered, and they are listed endangered by IUCN. And we have now less than 10,000 mature individuals in the wild. So they are small, but mighty. Red pandas are smaller than the raccoons, but they have the distinctive bushy tail and fur. And they are a mountain tribe. They habitat in the eastern Himalayas and the southern China in the mountainous terrain. And they are also very playful. Red pandas are known to play even somersault in the wild. In their one of their like this what do you say that courtship act. And they play an important ecological role. They disperse seeds and maintain forest health. So they are reflexive of this temperate region.
Wow, that's so interesting. But also very very sad to know that we only have around 10,000 left in the wild. And from what you shared, it's clear that trees make a very important part of their ecosystem. Aside from being a place where they sort of rest and play, what is the importance of trees for red panda? Because I know it relates to our work in Grow Trees, as you.
Yeah, trees, plays a crucial role in terms of like red panda conservation or long-term survival. So first and foremost, they are the like food source. So red pandas feed on bamboo, which grows in like tree-like stalks, and they also eat leaves, fruits, and mosses also that grow on trees. And the trees are also like it plays a primary as a habitat for red panda. So tree red pandas lives in the mountainous forest, where trees provide shelter, shade, and protection also from the extreme weather and also from the predator. And they also they also use trees as a nesting place. Red pandas use tree cavities or hollow logs, as dens for resting, hiding, and also raising their young ones. And trees also has like a vital role in soil conservation. The tree roots hold soil in place, preventing the topsoil erosion and landslides, and that could also harm red panda habitats. So and also it plays a role in climate regulation. Trees help to regulate like local microclimate.
So it's actually like the focal point of their existence, right? Their living space, their nesting place, and I'm sure in a way it protects them from predators. Um, Other than that, what are the main threats to the red panda aside from human activity causing deforestation? Who are their main predators? Um, do they have to face poaching? Is there a lot of poaching for red panda there? What are the main threats for them?
Um, Threats, in terms of like threats, the habitat loss, and fragmentation due to deforestation or be it urbanization and also infrastructural development. So earlier, the major threat used to be poaching for fur or body parts even, and also for bushmeat. Um, but which currently is not a major threat, but still in some part of its habitat we can still list it as a potential threat. And climate change is also a major threat, which is altering their food supply and habitat quality. Is another point of concern for all the wildlife, including red panda. And I would say like indirect human red panda conflict due to encroachment into their habitat, as the human population have grown exponentially since the past century. So habitat for red panda and also for other wildlife are shrinking considerably, you know so these are the major threat, I would say, for red panda habitat. And they also have like few predators, natural predators. So mostly in the eastern Himalayas, presence of snow leopard, golden eagles are there. Martens is also a predator for red panda, and you have dholes, these wild Asian dogs, and you have leopard cats and clouded leopards. So red panda, the trees plays a vital role in all this. So they use like for denning. Red pandas use the tree cavities or hollow logs for resting, and also to hide from the predators. And so yeah, trees are crucial.
Right. And as grow trees, we have the Trees for Red Pandas project in Sikkim, and you've been a major part of developing that project. Could you share? We would really like to know your thoughts, to the viewers. How can they participate in sort of contributing towards conservation of red panda? Because while I know there is conservation work happening, I'm sure people would want to know how they can be a part of sort of helping these beautiful creatures and in a way helping the ecosystem.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, currently Grow Trees is implementing its flagship project, Trees for Red Panda, in and around this Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary in Sikkim. So Pangolakha is a prime habitat. It holds a prime habitat for red panda. So this project is in collaboration with the State Forest Department, and it basically aims to restore habitat and provide food sources. And it also encourages like community engagement. It educates local communities about red panda conservation, and also for the sustainable like ecotourism promotion. It supports like responsible tourism to raise awareness and generate income for local communities. So Grow Trees, in partnership with Sikkim Forest Department and local communities, through its various restoration projects, has planted over 3 lakh saplings in the state of Sikkim over the past 5 years or so. So we are planting bamboo, including bamboo and other native species that benefit red panda habitats, and also other associated wildlife. So this initiative, not only supports red panda conservation, but also helps mitigate climate change and promote sustainable livelihood for the local communities. So, individually, what we can do is we can support the organizations who are into the conservation for the environment. Like we can support organizations like WWF, we have Red Panda Network, we have WCS for that matter. And we can also participate by sharing, like spreading awareness, share information about red panda and their conservation status. And we can also plant trees, support. That's the simple and effective way of participating in conservation activity. So support restoration efforts like our Grow Trees initiatives, where we offer people an opportunity of tree planting, and also gifting that tree plantation certificate, often. So it will create a win-win situation by providing job opportunities for the locals as well, and also do good to the
Perfect.
environment.
I think that's a nice note to end this. Thank you so much for all the information that you shared with us. I'm sure this is a creature that will sort of create a buzz because it's just so cute and adorable, and I hope we can be part of sort of raising awareness for these very delicate creatures, and we hope that people would participate in sort of conservation efforts for the adorable, absolutely adorable red pandas. Thank you so much for taking our time to speak with us, and we hope to meet you again soon.
Thank you, Divya.
Thank you so much for joining us on this podcast. We look forward to having you in our next one. Plant trees to enhance the red panda habitat. To know more about how you can be part of this effort, contact us at info@grow-trees.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more nature-focused conversations, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter to stay in the loop.